Hello and welcome to another episode of St. Rose Fireside Chats.
I'm Zach.
I'm Mary Kate.
And I'm having an existential crisis because today we're here to talk to you about fears, dreams, and space exploration. So Mary Kate, why don't you start us off? What are you afraid of?
Bugs. Hate bugs. I feel like they're gonna kill me. I don't know why. And whenever I see one, especially in my room or in my house, I'm like, Dad! Or if my dad's sleeping, I like freak out and like, alright, I hope my brother's awake. And if he's not awake, I like want to kill myself. I'm just like, I have to kill this freaking thing by myself. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Like it's gonna crawl onto my body and like kill me. So
Let's get
yeah.
this over with.
Yeah, I freaking hate bugs. I like cry every time I see them.
I think the worst thing is seeing a bug in the shower.
Oh, yeah.
Because that's like your most
God.
exposed
Awful.
point of the day, and there's just a spider or a stink bug
escaping, like-
just chilling in the shower with you, and you're like, well, I
Yeah.
guess I'm dead now. Might
I was
as well.
taking a shower once, and centipede like quickly just crawled across the floor,
Oh my gosh.
and I almost slipped and died. It was bad.
Oh my gosh.
Somehow stink bugs make it into our house, and they just like hide in the shower curtain, and it's horrifying. There's only like one at a time, thank God. But whenever I see one, I can't get it myself because it's too creepy
Oh my gosh.
to touch.
Yeah.
But another thing I'm scared of is porcelain dolls and creepy children's dolls.
So scary. They're gonna like come out and like I feel like they're gonna come alive, like kill you.
Yeah.
You know?
It's awful.
How do people make them? Like how did people like sit there in a factory and make these dolls and I'm like, wow, this looks really good, not creepy at all.
And not want to quit their job.
Exactly.
Right.
What about you, Zach? What else are you afraid of?
I'm afraid of the dark.
I feel like
Same.
everyone is not necessarily afraid of the dark, but what's behind the dark.
Yeah,
or in
what's
the dark.
unseen.
You know, your fear of what you fear what you don't know, and I think that's the scariest part about it. The darkness is, you know, when you step into a basement, you know, and you can't see 2 feet in front of you. Behind that little wall of darkness, there could be a porcelain doll staring at you.
Well, there's so many movies too about like things in the dark or like under
Right.
your bed. So it like makes it even more scary because you think of all the scenarios that could happen to you that you see in movies. That's why I don't watch scary movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, or in your closet.
Yeah.
Yeah, scary movies. I'm not a huge fan. I'm okay with creepy scary movies, but like jump scares, I can't do it.
Oh.
I can't
All
do
scary
it.
movies.
Too much anxiety.
Yeah.
Makes
too
my
much.
heart pound. I feel like it's just gonna stop. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But Psycho, the movie Psycho, I wasn't really like too scared. I was scared. I'm not gonna lie, but good movie. I still recommend it.
stupidest movie, Paranormal Activity, but I can't watch it because it's too jump scary and just the anxiety.
Isn't that the worst? Like, you know you're not afraid of it, but you still can't watch it
Yeah.
because it's
Yeah.
gonna scare you.
Either way, the anticipation is awful.
Yeah.
I guess it's that it's not scary to you. It's going to scare you. If that makes
Yeah.
any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, it makes a lot of sense actually.
But I guess that's it for fear. So why don't we move on to dreams? Now dreams can be scary, but they can also be kind of cool. But sometimes dreams are just really weird. Like I had a dream I was on a bus with one other kid, and somehow he had Wi-Fi, and it was a school bus. And we were going to, I think, the middle school in my town. And then when we passed by the middle school, in front of the school was bounce houses filled with zombies.
Oh God.
I don't know why
No.
that was a thing in my head, but it was really weird and scary. And I've also had like dreams that immediately wake me up as falling dreams.
Oh yeah,
Those are
That's
the
always
worst.
when you're like falling asleep.
yeah.
But
That's
do you
when
have-
your body's
Do
relaxing.
you have
so-
reoccurring dreams?
I have, and
I've
I
had them.
sometimes I notice when I'm in it, and sometimes they're the scary ones.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I'm gonna get scared again, I guess.
Yeah, recurring dreams are weird.
Yeah, I hate sick dreams. Those are the worst because you can't get them away from you, and they don't make any sense. Like, I had a very bad case of bronchitis once, and I was in this huge warehouse full of cranes, like the machines, and I was like climbing across them, and it wouldn't end. And it was just really weird.
That is terrifying. Have you ever had sleep paralysis or lucid dreams?
Yes.
Yes.
I had it once, and I somehow knew it was sleep paralysis, so I was like, just don't look around the room. But eventually I did, and I saw probably the scariest things imaginable. One of them was a giant clown face in the place of my room's door.
Oh my gosh.
So that was cool. And then I saw, I don't know why, but it's actually kind of funny. Did you know Scooby-Doo Cyber Chase? That movie?
Yeah.
Like
Maybe.
the guy made of electricity?
Yeah, I think so.
Because he was there in my room too. I don't know why. He was just there
Very
at the foot of my
specific
bed. Yeah,
and
really
random.
specific.
It's strange.
It's really
I
weird.
lucid dream, like I can lucid dream, and I have very vivid dreams. I actually have a whole dream log in my phone, and as soon as I wake up, I write them down, like ones that I want to remember, obviously, not like scary ones. And yeah, like there have been times where I've been sleeping and I'm like, wow, I know that I'm sleeping right now, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna do this. And like one time I think I was like flying, and I was like controlling where I was like flying and stuff, and like going up and down and stuff, and it was very cool.
That is
So
cool.
yeah, I like have a lot of, like every night I have a vivid dream and I remember them.
Wow. I think the scariest dream I've ever had, in my dream, I was at my friend's house, and I had to go upstairs. I had to like use the bathroom or whatever, and then I saw his sister that he doesn't have, like run by, and I look into the room and I like was like, okay, he doesn't have a sister, so I'm gonna go investigate this because it's freaking weird. And so I go in there, and the doorway turns into like a longer doorway, and then I look up, and then the whole room turns sideways. So like the bed is like on the wall, and then the
Oh, that's
ground is like a
creepy.
window, and then this thing jumps across the room, looks at me, gets closer to me, and then his jaw like just gets bigger and bigger and bigger with this horrible like demonic sound. And I couldn't like look away. I was just like stuck staring at it, and I just like woke up, and my heart was pounding, and like I couldn't move for a second. It was freaking terrifying.
It's like out of a movie.
Yeah,
That's
it
scary.
was
Oh my
very
gosh.
strange. I remember it like it was.
Yeah.
I imagine you had like the best relief ever, right? When you woke up and you're like, oh, thank God it's not
Yeah.
real. I had one of those
Yep.
where I was with a group of people and this guy was trying to kill us, and we somehow killed him out of self-defense, and then they, for some reason, hid his body and didn't tell the police, and then the police were looking into me, and it was kind of scary, and then I woke up and I was like, thank God I'm not wanted by the police.
Yep.
Oh, that would have been terrible. My life would have been over.
I've had those too.
I have dreams
Getting
like
chased by the
where
police.
ISIS is like coming after me.
Ooh,
Like in the
really?
past like few weeks or like months, I should say, with all the stuff that's going on, like I have dreams that they're like coming to kill me, and it's very terrifying. And I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope they're not like coming into my room, and I get like so relieved that it's just a
Have
dream.
you had apocalypse dreams? Like a
No.
nuke goes off?
I haven't actually.
Thank
Those-
God.
That would be
I don't want
new.
that dream.
That would be new for me.
Those are interesting. You just like look off in the distance and you just see a bright flash. And you're like, I'm screwed. And then you wake up.
It's weird what our brain thinks about, right?
Yeah,
So
it's
weird.
very
The
How
brain
many-
is a really,
So
really
weird.
interesting organ, I should say. But now, let's move on to space. Talking about the brain with space, it's kind of hard for us to imagine space and to grasp it
Agreed.
and to understand it.
Yeah.
Because I recently watched, I think it's called The Dark Universe with Neil deGrasse at the Museum of Natural History. And it was a show about dark energy and dark matter in our universe. And basically, it covered the Big Bang and how everything in the universe is like moving away from a certain point. But you can't actually find the center. Because if you're in another point in the universe, it looks like everything is moving away from a different point.
That's really
So you could
strange.
never pinpoint the center of the universe.
Wow.
Space is weird,
Yeah.
okay?
And space is huge.
Yeah.
It's just amazing to think about,
Unfathomable.
like, I mean, we don't know if there is actually like a wall. I mean, I guess you could say that there is like a wall. There's two sides of, space, but it's just like how small we are on a planet. It's almost like we could be like another atom to a bigger universe or something.
It's
Like,
amazing, yeah.
yeah,
And this
That's
whole life that
quantum
we've created
physics.
for ourselves too.
it's freaking
And like,
weird, man.
and what gets me, like, what blows my mind is that when you're looking at stars and stuff, that's like, because it's like so many light years away, so it's like billions and millions of years ago, or like millions of years ago, that you're seeing this star in the sky, and but it's like it's right there in front of me. Or even the moon, it's like that's so far away, but it seems just like right there sometimes.
It's
crazy to
also
me.
it's also interesting because if you look at a star and you look at the star, and by the time that you would see it, by the time that you got to it, it would be gone.
Yeah,
It'd be
Yeah.
it's
dead.
already gone.
So
Or,
that's
like,
it's
a lot
really
of-
weird to like look up
Yeah.
at the sky and be like, all those stars are dead.
Yeah.
And I also wondered, like, let's say the Earth lasts like however many light years away from it, all the constellations would probably change
Mhm.
Yeah,
eventually.
that's-
I never thought
which
about
is
that.
After
really
like
cool,
millions of
actually.
years, yeah.
Like we wouldn't have Orion
No,
or Cassiopeia or anything like that.
Yeah.
Astronomy's day or astrology's days are numbered, I should say.
Oh, if you're referring to light, that is, yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's crazy. Would you guys ever go into space?
Would I go into
I
space? I'd do it like once.
I don't.
I gotta say.
I think I would do it for like a day. I have way too much anxiety about that. I don't want to like go there and have to worry about like breathing and stuff. Oh my gosh, things that.
If
so
we
much
if we
anxiety.
could go there and not have to worry about that, or like not have to worry about how long it would take to get
Yeah.
somewhere, I definitely would do it.
Yeah, like if I could
Yeah.
get there in like an hour
Yeah.
and like stay on the station and not go out in
Yeah.
a spacesuit, that would be pretty sweet.
Well, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it so like you can go to space.
Yeah, aren't they trying to make like a moon motel? Would you do okay, to wrap it up, would you spend a night on the moon motel?
Yes.
If
I
it was
would.
safe, yeah. Like I wouldn't go there
Like
first.
FDA, I don't know why FDA would approve it, but FDA
Yeah.
approved.
But after like years and years of it, yeah, I'd go.
Well, there you have it. We'd all spend the night on a moon motel. But I hope you enjoyed, and I'm happy you joined us. And as always, be sure to vote for the next topics. And we will see you next week on another episode of St. Rose Fireside Chats.